is your first job, right?
Yes,
Right.
sir.
How are you feeling today?
Well, I feel very happy. I feel over the moon. And this is my first job. Yes, as a fresher, going to, stepping into the corporate is a big thing for me. So I'm feeling very happy.
2025
Yes.
pass out, right? And now you cracked this job,
Mm-hmm.
right? And before this, how many interviews you attended?
Around 2 to 3 interviews, sir.
Okay, so probably this is the fourth interview that you cracked it, right?
Yes, this is the
So,
first time I cracked it.
so firstly, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay, fine. So I personally believe the first job is always a divine job. I could recall my past experience of coming to Bangalore and getting a first job, right? So I could see in your face that how are you feeling, that you are really excited,
Yes, sir.
right? Good, good. Okay. Um, what do you really think the qualities or the skills that a fresher need to have to crack the interview?
Well, personally, I feel like technical wise, yeah, we have to learn many things. We have to solve GSA, we have to solve, we have to learn the things that are there in the job description.
Mhm.
But personally, while giving face to face interviews, I feel like we should always deliver those things that the interview wants to listen. So that thing comes from a lot of practice. So what I feel as a fresher helped me to crack the interviews is that I prepared in such a way so that interview would love the answer that I am giving.
Okay.
So I break down the solution, or I break down the answers in such a way, formulated in such a way that in I could like catch the interviewer's attention at the most, and I would deliver my answer to the finest. So I feel like as a fresher, apart from technical knowledge that you have, you should always have the ability to answer up to the point
Correct.
and formulate things in a proper way.
So about this job, okay. Uh, Before attending this interview, how many interviews that you attended before?
Well, I have attended many interviews, like 2, 3 interviews, and this interview I would say is a very different one, because usually the interview process takes from going from aptitude test to technical assessment, and to technical assessment to HR round, manager round, like that. But this assessment was something I felt very different and challenging, because in this interview the first round was a technical assessment round where we have to actually do a project, a full stack project, which helps us identify the weakness and our strength in the project that we will be doing in the future. And the second round was a normal technical round where we were focused on asking the questions related to the project. And the third round was a face to face interview round with the co-founder himself.
Okay.
So yeah, I felt
So
it was very challenging. So
okay. So about that first round, which you are talking about, the assessment round, a kind of a project round, right? Can I call it as a project assessment round?
yeah, you can call it project.
Since we were there in the initial stages of bringing the clients to this particular, the job opportunity. So I know that there was an assignment given, right? A kind of a project. So with 1 or 2 days of time, right?
Yes, sir.
What do you think about it, and what is the inputs that you would like to give to viewers who are especially the freshers seeking for a job, right? So a lot of people, they, with my past experience that I have seen, is so many people when they get this case study to build, right, and to submit, because certain clients, they basically expect the participants to build the code and to deploy the code, or else to push it into the repository, and they go through the code review process, and then they make a choice whether to call the candidate to the face-to-face interview or not, right?
Yes, sir.
At that time, when you got that requirement from this client, right, how was your what was your first step towards it?
Well, the idea of giving a project assessment is very clear, like, and it is very clever also, because I would say it would actually give an idea for the client and for the students as well about what they are working in the future or what they'll be working in the future. So it gave me a clear idea that if I join this company, then what my role would be and how I would be working. So it really helped me a lot. And the project itself was very overwhelming. So when I sit and when I start to do the project, like I felt like, yes, these are the challenges that I am facing. I wrote down the challenges, and these are the mistakes that I need to overcome. So these are the things that came to my mind. And when I finally received a call that you have been selected to the next round, I felt a kind of accomplishment in me, because I did something. I completed a project that was assigned to me, that because that's what technically happens in the company, right? So they'll assign a task for you and you have to complete it. So I found myself in that accomplishment where I really found myself very happy.
Okay.
So it was
And
very
and
really.
through that you could even guess what kind of questions that
Yes.
they ask in the further rounds of
Yes,
interview,
yes,
right?
yeah.
So mostly the interview, I mean that the questions that they ask in the further rounds of interview is predominantly based on your case study or your project,
Yes,
correct?
yes,
Okay, so the learnings with us,
yes.
right? I mean, did it really help you?
Yes. So when I first started with this journey, and when I was your student in the
Okay.
first very beginning days, I didn't really just only learned what the Java is or what the subject is. I actually learned how to learn a subject. So that is what it helped me, because the technology keeps changing. The
Right.
you have to adopt to a new technology each and every day. The IT sector is keep on
So
growing.
versatile. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so versatile. So I think for a student or for anyone, the ability to learn or the technique to know how to learn things is very important.
Correct.
So I'm very grateful because I have learned the technique to learn, like I have learned it from you. So that's what helped me, because I am basically from a Java full stack student who has cracked a Merns full stack company.
Okay.
So what I found is that the ability to learn the subject is what I learned with you the most.
Yes, because in IT industry, project to project, the requirements keep changing, the technology keep changing.
Yes.
One has to learn how to adapt to the, changing requirements, changing technologies and all. The person has to be really, quick learner. They
Yes.
cannot take too much of time learning that and then implementing, right? That will not be the real-time case studies.
Yes, sir,
Right?
you're absolutely right. Time is precious.
Yes. Okay. Bhumika, if you would really like to share your experience and takeaways, what are the 2 to 3 points that you would recommend for any freshers or the job seekers?
For any job seekers, that I would love to recommend is know your thing. Whatever the technology might be, either you're good in Java, Python, anything, know it. Like you should know how to deliver the things in a right way. And the second most thing is the communication. Communication is the key to everything. So whether it's with your friends or it's your family, learn to try to communicate in English as much as possible. And the third thing that I would recommend in an interview is try to deliver your answers in the perspective of an interviewer, so that so that you can impress him or her as soon as possible, and you can actually grab their attention.
Correct.
Yeah.
So because you will be talking in a way that they like, right?
Yes.
Obviously, it's their likes. Right. Good. So one more thing, when I was casually talking to you, you mentioned about I think the final round with the co-founder who is from the other country.
Yes.
Can you just share that experience, please?
Yes, so I was well prepared for that interview, and the final round was with the co-founder himself, and the interview was around. It was a short interview of around 20 minutes, so I really had a little time to impress him. So we talked about writing books, songs. We talked about the childhood, and he really tested my leadership qualities in that. So I researched a lot and came up with a very well structured answer about it.
How you prepared on that?
So whenever I got to know about he is my interviewer, so I saw his LinkedIn profile. I get to know what he does in a real life. Like I think that is the most important step for the interview. Knowing the company before you enter the company is very much important. Like what the company is doing and what the company is into really helps you to get into that company. So knowing that company, knowing how the company is founded, knowing the founders of the company, the investors, and you know what the company is actually doing will actually help you crack the interview. So
Correct, correct. That's very important, right?
yes,
Do some little bit of research
research.
before getting into an interview,
Yes.
right? Super. So, Bhumika, how was your overall experience?
It was very good. It was very interesting, and it was very different from the past interviews that I have attended and have cracked.
Okay.
So this interview was more of a project-oriented interview where I would actually get insights about what I would be doing if I joined the company, and I felt it's a very clever way and it's a very good way to do the interview or to carry on the interview process.
Okay.
And overall, I would rate the interview experience 10 on 10 because
Okay.
this is like the most unique interview experience that I have ever.
Super. I think I have one more last question.
Yes.
What is that you really liked at the coding lab? Some 2 to 3 highlighting things, or it could be with me or with our institute,
Yes.
anything.
So I have been here student from the past 6 months, and I like how you're, casual with us. You don't really force things upon us, and you'll be friendly with us. You'll impartial, and I like how you take things very open-heartedly. And I really learned
That's
some
the
really
innate nature of a teacher, you know. Yeah.
and apart from subjects, I really learned life lessons from you, sir. So either it might be some spirituality things, either living the life, leading the life.
Okay,
I've
thank you.
learned it. Yeah, I think I met someone as good as you, and I'll be a student as a lifelong student.
Okay.
So I really liked your classes so much,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you very much. Do you really recommend the coding lab
Yes.
for any freshers?
Yes, I really recommend Dhee Coding Lab to everyone because the teaching quality that we are getting here, as I told before, you're not really learning the subject. Along with learning the subject, you will also learn how to learn a subject, which is very important.
Right.
So, and yeah, I really like the environment, atmosphere over in here in Dhee Coding Lab, and I would like to recommend it to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bhumika. And I wish you a great success for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.